Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Texas Longhorns offense has the ball first today. Well, guys, last year, Texas got very little resistance from Oklahoma on the path to the playoff. A 21-point explosion in the second quarter. Horns never looked back. You got to think the Sooners and a hopefully retooled offense will be up to the task to mount a challenge today.
Yeah, I remember that last game. Quinn Ewers coming back from injury, struggled early in that game, threw a bad interception. But, David, they got the running game going. Travion Wisener absolutely went off. If I'm Texas in this one, I'd expect them to want to run the ball some more.
Well, and everything got going. Remember, they even caught a ball. They fumbled it to the end zone. They still fell on it. Like, everything went Texas's way. And that was about like last season. Everything went against Oklahoma minus the Alabama game. So look to see if Oklahoma can create some more momentum and juice for their program.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impressed.
He's got it for a big play. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Good timing on the quick out. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
give it to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Burks. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's got a lot of moves in the bag as he uses a few of them to get to the 18.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding...
Turning it on!
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long. But because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
First down, Texas.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nice move to pick up yardage. Oh, another great move. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and get it to the 33.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Got it behind the line. It's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quick release by the QB. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And it's incomplete on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas, and this guy is having a day.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
It'll be third and long. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, it's Manning. Gets it out quickly. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Going to run it. It's Ott. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. They'll go right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He's running free down the middle. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on third and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the line. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Under fire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Manning. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38, and it'll be 1st down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find it.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield. It's Wingo. Across the 25. He's got room. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Big fella moving. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Finds a little space. Keeps it and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Burks. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Gibson. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
That That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To the air, it's Mateer. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Can't get him to the ground. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick completion to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Running to Green. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. To the air, it's Mateer. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's up. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's second and 11. Tight end now in motion. The inside handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. It's a draw. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gives it on the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
On the run, it's up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Burks. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Just keep slinging it. Here's a heat. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Fighting off the defender. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The sure hands, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Washington. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it, looking for the 1st down. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for room. It's Baxter. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wingo. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Burks. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sategna. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Sategna. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Huggins. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Catch in the middle, it's Ott. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field. So somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.